Did you know that you can eat at the NEX, which is the Naval Exchange Commissary Food Court, even if you're not a military member or a dependent? Come along with me and I'll show you the inside and you can see all the awesome food that they offer. This is the NEX, short for the Navy Exchange Mall. It's located at 4725 Bougainville Drive off of Radford or Valkenburg off of Nimitz. It's in the Salt Lake area, and once you approach the front, if you've never been here before, there's Liz's Barbecue. That's that place where they're grilling up some delicious barbecue, and you can smell it. It smells so good. They've got gyro stalls, shave ice stalls, and a Thai food stall, and you can enter right on the bottom here. You go on this side, don't go to the right because that's the commissary and you're not allowed in there if you don't have ID. But in here, anybody's welcome to come. We have little kiosks where people rent and sell their crafts and items. Right now there's a lot of Hawaii gifts and crafts, as well as a lot of Christmas crafts going on for sale here. And I just passed the restroom, so if you need to use the restroom, anybody can use the restroom to the right over there. And you're going to go straight up to the escalator. And that's going to be the Lanai, which is their food court. As you can see, there are many choices to choose from if you want to eat. And this is on federal property, so you can dine in. And they do not ask for a vaccination card. It's different from state rules. But the spacing out is pretty good. And you can just sit down and enjoy yourselves. There's sushi here, there's Popeyes, there's Subway, and including the Black Sheep Cream, there is Bee's Boba Express, which used to be in the 99 Ranch. You can go to Starbucks over there. And these are some of the Christmas items I was talking about if you're looking for Christmas crafts. Okay, so our first stop, the choice I picked anyway, out of all the numerous choices, was the Thai Shack by Chef T. I believe that's what it's called. It's outside, right in front of the entrance. There was quite a long line, so it was quite a wait. I'm going to be honest, I'm doing this in two parts because I really don't have time nor the stomach to eat all this stuff. So I wanted to enjoy each one within a couple days span. So this is the first day. It's a Saturday, super busy. If you know the military NEXs or NEPX, on a Saturday, Sunday, that's when they're off and their families come to shop. So the parking lot's quite full, but if you come on a Monday through Friday, even at early hours, it's pretty empty and you'll probably get your food faster. But there was a long line for his food, so it was about a 15-minute wait because he does it made to order. So I decided to get the green curry. I really thought his rice vermicelli bowls, he had like noodle bowls, surf and turf, some had shrimp and spring rolls, but I've already done that many times, so I wanted to try something different. I mean, I've had green curry before, but I wanted to try that from his shack. It looks beautiful with some fresh cut tomatoes, the long cowpeas, or some people call it long beans, the bamboo shoots I see, and it looks like some fried shallots or garlic with a little bit of even butternut squash. It looks like very fresh, colorful looking veggies. And once I open this container, and he does give you these reusable containers, which are awesome. You can meal prep with these, and they're sturdy, and they're not like those paper plates that will break or get soggy on you and leak, especially with this liquid. The aroma came out after opening this lid. It's got fresh cilantro and basil in here. I'm putting a napkin underneath because it is piping hot. He makes it to order. You can see him cooking on his 2 woks right there. So let's take a taste. I'm going to take a bit of the green curry, some bamboo shoot, and looks like I got a bit of butternut squash with some rice. Wow, delicious coconut cream. That coconut milk just comes out, and ooh, the spice hits you on the aftertaste, like the back of, after chewing a bit, it kind of sneaks up on you. But I did ask for medium. They ask you mild or hot. I just asked the lady who was taking the orders to just put it in the middle. I don't want it too mild, but I want a little bit of spice, but not too hot. But it is kind of spicy, so if you're not into spice, you might want to ask for mild. The flavor coming out of this is good. I mean, who would have known you could get this kind of Thai food at the NEX? I see a bit of green pepper here, bell pepper. I'm sorry, losing my mind. It's orange pepper and red pepper too. Very colorful veggies. I see some fresh tomato too right here. Little cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes that I cut up. Yeah, so there's a whole mishmash of healthy veg in here. You can even ask for veggie curry if you're a vegetarian. And they have beef and shrimp, I believe, but I just got chicken today. The flavor is really amazing. I love green curry, but sometimes it doesn't have enough lemongrass or basil and cilantro, but this really tastes delicious. I'm telling you, no joke. I am impressed for a little kiosk that's outside, especially on a military installation. This is delicious food. I can see why there was a line and people actually waited and they were okay with the long wait. It's delicious and not too bad. It's a little bit pricey. I think it's big for me, but if you're a big eater, maybe not, because it's in this little container. But I think it's just mid-range in terms of price. It's not exactly cheap, but I think for the quality and the taste, it's delicious and it's worth it to me. And I think the problem with Thai restaurants, well, in Hawaii anyway, a lot of them are sit-down restaurants. Even if you do takeout, you're not going to get the rice with it. It's just the dish, and it's a whole big takeout thing of just the curry. So you always have to buy the rice separate or your side separate, your starch. So I like that he, it's just like Bangkok Chef where they make these little plates and it's just one entree and he puts the rice with it. So you don't have to buy extra things. And if you're just, you know, by yourself and you're not buying it for a family, it's just enough of the right portion. The rice is jasmine rice. It's cooked nice and fluffy. It's not overly cooked or watered down or too dry. It's perfect. Just really fragrant. The curry just goes well with everything. I like that it's a healthy meal. Maybe the coconut milk might give you a little bit fat, but overall you got a lot of vegetables in there. The chicken isn't dry. It's delicious and cooked perfectly. It's seasoned right as well. And on the side here are some cut fresh cucumbers. And that's kind of cool because it kind of cleanses your palate and gives you a fresh crunch between the heavy curry. And I really like that generous sprinkling of the fried shallots, and it seems like there's garlic in there too, chopped garlic, fried to a golden crisp, and it just really gets stuck in your teeth sometimes between the chews, and you get that nice crisp garlic and shallot flavor. Super delicious. I also like that he was super nice. Mr. Chef T packaged my package and gives you a little bit of sriracha sauce if you want. But I think he seasoned it perfect. I don't need the sriracha. It's perfectly spiced for me and was the right amount of heat. Initially it was kind of like, woo, but after you eat it and you get used to it, it's quite pleasant, I think. So I'll put this away and we're gonna go into something I saw on his menu that intrigued me, and it's the mango dessert, the mango sticky rice. If you're not familiar with that, it's a Thai dessert, and it's one of my favorite desserts. I first tried it in Thailand. I never knew about it before, and I just absolutely fell in love with it in Thailand. So hopefully it lives up to my expectations of what it's supposed to taste like, but so far the presentation looks divine. So here it is. He calls it emerald rice. So it's naturally dyed green. I'm gonna think they're using pandan, which is also in Filipino cuisine. They make pandan ice cream, and that's green. So, ooh, I just opened it, and the aroma of the fruits, there's mango, some blueberries, some strawberries, and this coconut cream on top with sesame seeds on top of the rice. Wow. Oh, and it looks like there's pineapple in there too. All kinds of fruits. But the smell is amazing. You can already smell the sweetness, and it's a natural sweetness from this, all this fruit. Everything looks fresh. And here's the sticky rice. Nice stickiness to it. Let's get a little bit of coconut cream on there. Nice, chewy, sticky rice, very glutinous, just like a mochi, literally. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's just not pounded down. The coconut milk on top kind of has a different taste than I'm used to from Thailand. When I went to Thailand, excuse me, the coconut milk they poured on was very sweet. It was sweetened with sugar. This one has a little bit of a salty taste. Not in a terrible way. It's just a slight saltiness, but I think that really complements all the sweetness going on with the fruits. It's just like putting a dash of salt in your cookie dough or in a cake, or when you bake, you put a little bit of salt just to attenuate the flavors of the sweetness. But delicious. I love the chewy texture and just the beautiful color of this rice. Just so that nice pastel green. But it doesn't have a flavor from the pandan that I can taste. It just tastes like sticky rice. Gonna dive into this mango. Definitely fresh mango. A little bit tart, but the strawberries were sweet, and so is the pineapple, so kind of balances it out. Not the sweetest mango I've had, but it's still fresh. This is some pineapple. Pineapple's super sweet. So if you're looking for some awesome Thai food, definitely go to Chef T's Thai Shack. It's right in the front of the NEX, so you could just literally walk across the street from the parking lot right there. You don't even have to enter inside. And just order some awesome Thai food. I believe their hours are 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. But I've Googled it and stuff, and sometimes they just kind of make their own clock. It says be back, blah, blah, blah. Some of it says 10, sometimes 11. So I think to be safe, it's best to just come at 11 and after. So you're not like too early and you're just waiting around and be disappointed that they're closed. So safe bet is 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you're wondering what the price is for this Thai meal, the curry chicken for the green curry, it was $8.99, and for the mango sticky rice dessert, that was $6.25. All right, guys, it's another day, and we're here again for another meal. I chose, out of all of them, I love Country Cafe. I do miss them when they used to be in the Ala Moana area where eggs and things took over, and then they went to Kalihi and closed down there. So I believe the only other I Love Country Cafe is in Kaneohe, but there is one in the NEX. I wanted to get something different that you don't usually get anywhere else. They have your usuals, breakfast, great breakfast menu, different omelets. They even have a bodybuilder type omelet, which is just egg whites if you're into health. They have smoothies, different delicious desserts, but also local plate lunches, chicken katsu, hamburger steak, all those regular things. But on their menu, they also have some Filipino items. Sometimes you have specials like Shanghai lumpia. They have Singapore noodles. Their menu has lechon kawali and also Spanish beef. So I wanted to see what the Spanish beef was about. I saw some pictures. It pretty much looks like a lechon kawali with beef slices instead. And you get an egg on it. Really big, hearty meal. And you get your little dipping sauce. Sorry, the lighting's not too good. It's super bright out right now. And so I'm going to pour this sauce over my beef and eggs and see what it's about. It looks delicious. Smells like your typical dipping sauce that you would dip lumpia in. And also pour on your lechon kawali. This one has no soy sauce though. More like a dipping sauce for lumpia. Very sweet, vinegary, garlicky. Yeah, I'm excited to dig in. It looks freaking amazing. The lighting sucks. There's no shade here. And I should back in, but I'm lazy. So we'll eat these. These are 2 eggs. You can have it your way. I like over easy. I know some people don't like runny eggs, but I like, and I like to mash my rice in it. But you can get scrambled eggs if you don't like runny eggs. Mix some onion and tomato in there. Delicious with the onions and the fresh tomato. Take a taste of this beef. It's like thin sliced beef. Really big chunks though. Wish they gave a knife. Pretty good. It's like thin slices of meat, a little thicker than bulgogi meat, which is the Korean beef. It's got good seasoning. Definitely, I think you definitely need to put the sauce on it that they give it to you with. It has a nice vinegar flavor. Wish it would just cut a little thinner so it'd be easier to eat, but it's not too tough by any means. This is definitely not a sit in the car eat kind of food. You definitely need a table and a knife to cut through this beef. But overall, excellent. I think this is a great hearty breakfast. You can have it for lunch if you want to. Initially looking at this, it looks quite dry, but I don't think so. I think the beef is pretty good and it pairs well with the onions and the tomato and that sauce. And I think they're pretty generous with their sauce. If you want more sauce, you have extra. And it's good with the runny eggs. It gives it a little bit of moisture, but I don't think it's tough or dry in any way. It's just, I wish it was sliced easier so that it kind of fell apart a little bit more. First time eating this and I like it. It's really good. So I pretty much finished it up. There's only rice left, but that was really good. I enjoyed it. I wasn't knowing what to expect, but it's pretty much like lechon kawali with beef instead. Nothing crispy, but it's just a nice beef taste with the thin meat. Like I said, it doesn't fall apart like a really thin bulgogi or something like that. It's a little bit of a thicker cut. So I wouldn't say it's too chewy or tough, but it's kind of a little bit hard to deal with if you don't cut it into smaller pieces. Enjoyed all the egg and the mixture of just onion and tomato really just go well with everything. So I'm gonna finish mopping up this plate, and I just thought it was a delicious meal. A really good breakfast. If you're wondering how much that plate is, ooh, this might not make you happy. It was $18.99. A lot of the plate lunches at I Love Country Cafe are really expensive, I noticed on their menu. I think the cheapest was $15.99. I don't know if it's the inflation that's going on. I did read an article in the, I believe it was the Star Advertiser, saying that plate lunches can go up to 20 bucks by the end of the year because of all the rising prices of food and just all the supplies. So, yeah, I mean, it hurt the wallet, but my mouth enjoyed it. So tell me if the one in Kaneohe, if you've been there, is just as expensive, or is it just this place? I'm not sure. You would think at the NEX things would be cheaper. I mean, it is open to the public, but really odd that all the items were kind of high priced. So after I finish mopping this up, it's only going to take me a little while. I'm going to go back in, get some steps in, and work off some of these calories to get some dessert. Hopefully they're open. They weren't open when I went in, so I figured I eat this plate lunch and then go back in and show you some awesome dessert. All right, for our last stop, it's dessert at Black Sheep Cream. And every day their flavors change. They make their own, probably not there, but the company makes their own ice creams. And they're supposedly has that homemade creamy taste and very interesting, witty names for their products in each flavor. It's really cute. And their menu's cute with all the little sheep on there. So today I got what was offered that looked interesting to me. It's the Notorious PIG, and it's got little bacon bits in it, maple syrup, and little bits of I think little cakes that mimic pancakes. So it's supposed to be like a breakfast type of ice cream. We'll give it a taste here. It's starting to melt. So here it is. Really creamy. A nice strong maple syrup taste. I'm not a big huge fan of maple syrup. I like it on pancakes, but it's not something I crave, but it's delicious. And you do see the bacon bits in here, and I'm not sure if you can see in my close-up, but there's chunks of that breading that's supposed to be like pancake, and big chunks of that throughout. So if you don't know what Black Sheep Cream is, they're a franchise and they're around different parts of Oahu. There's one in Waipio, there's one in Salt, Kaka'ako. So if you find yourself stuck between the two places of town and Waipio, you can go in the middle and still get your fix of black sheep cream if you're craving a good dessert. And yeah, they make some pretty good ice creams. This is really delicious. This would definitely go with that maple bacon donut that some places offer. If you put it with this ice cream, that would be super awesome. It's like rainbows, unicorns, and babies' laughter. All pleasant, happy things. You wouldn't think this would go with ice cream, such as I'm getting a little bit of the bacon pieces and the maple syrup, but like it goes with a donut and it looks weird, it just really goes together. The sweet and the savory, it really melds together and makes this ice cream unique but delicious. And if you're not into weird flavors like that, they've got the usuals: chocolate, Rocky Road, strawberry shortcake, stuff like that. So they do have regular flavors if you're scared of trying something different. So for one scoop of any of their flavors, it is $4.50. So yeah, that's pretty much my showcase of the NEX Food Court. It's called the Lanai, as well as all their other stalls outside. Remember, you don't have to show any ID to get in on that side of the NEX. You can just walk straight up or use the escalator to get to the food court. Anybody's welcome, whether you're civilian, military, or tourist even. Nobody's going to ID you. You only get ID'd if you try to enter the mall area, and you'll see that part because somebody's standing there. So definitely check it out if you're hungry, whether you're a tourist at Aloha Stadium, visiting the Arizona Memorial, Pearl Harbor, or you're just a local that was shopping at Target, Salt Lake, or you're just in the area and you don't want to keep driving around looking for somewhere to eat. They've got tons of food options. If you don't like any of the ones I picked, you can always go to McDonald's, Taco Bell. They've got a Popeyes in there, an Arby's, and I believe they have the only Dairy Queen left on Oahu, because all the Dairy Queens are gone. So you can go to Dairy Queen and Orange Julius. Those are two old school fast food places. That's in the NEX as well. Yeah, I hope this was helpful for you, and until next time, I'll see you again on another food adventure. Press the like button and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you again next time. Take care. Peace out.